Today we are going to be building the Edge Calculator app. This is a really simple project. I think this is best for you if you're just starting out learning React. And as you can see here, guys, this is really simple. We have the input date here, and when I click I'm going to select maybe 2016. I'm gonna say January, let's say 7 January. And I'm going to click the calculate age, and as you can see, the result is going to be you are 7 years, 88 months, and 200698 day old, right? This is a really simple project. And what we are going to use in this project is basically we're going to use fit and also date-fns. This is basically for manipulate this result down here, because when we're using date-fns, it's more easy way. All right, and also we're going to use style-band css and just a little bit flow bit here, maybe. I'm not sure, but let's just try that. And also this is I opened that because as you can see, this is a really nice one-line link in HTML, and we can put icon here. As you can see, the icon here, it's a baby right here, if you can see that. All right, that's what we are going to be building, guys, and hopefully you learn something new, just a little bit something new, I hope. And yeah, let's get started. All right, so let's open the terminal here. I'm going to close my final project, and here I'm going to cd, which is I'm going to go to my YouTube content folder. You can go to any folder you want, basically. So in here, I'm going to say npm create feed add lattice, right? And the name of the application, I just want to say bird age app, just like that. If you see into the feed documentation, you can do that right here. Okay, nice. The application name is bird age app, is fine. It's going to be React, and for now I'm going to use just JavaScript, right? So let's cd into the bird age. It's going to be uppercase app, like so. Oh, there's no file or directory. This typo here, let's just copy this thing here, paste that here, and hit enter. And from here I want to say npm install to install all the dependency. Great, it's done. So now I'm going to say code and then dot. It's going to be open the folder into the Visual Studio Code. All right, so now I'm going to open the terminal and I'm going to say npm run dev. It's going to be run the development server into localhost 5173. Great. And now I just want to remove a couple of files that I don't need. So I'm going to remove the app CSS here and also the asset. Let's delete that. And now let's go to the main, remove the, I think we don't need to remove the index CSS, just remove the content. And also here, I just want to remove all of this. Let's remove that like so. Just put h1 and say app for now. Let's remove the use state and everything up here. All right, we should be able to see just app right here. That means it's working. Great. So now what we need to do is let's create the components folder. Or maybe I just want to say h1 here. I'm going to change that to, first let's wrap everything inside a div. And for this h1, I'm going to change that to, let's just say age calculator. Just like that. And down here, we need to put the input field, which is the input date component. So it's better to put that into the another component. So we can say components folder. And inside in here, I'm going to create a file called age, should be age calculator form. Let's do form.jsx. All right. So let's make it bigger so you can see easily. And I'm going to say rfce, hit enter. And now let's use this component into the app. So we can say age calculator form, like so. And also I'm going to create another file here. I'm going to say age result.js. JSX. Let's say RRFCE, hit enter. Great. So now we should be able to see edge calculator and edge calculator form, and yep, it should be the edge result as well right here. Just like that. So now as you can see, we have the title, the calculator form component, and the edge result component. Now let's go to the edge calculator form, and in here we are going to give an input, and the type should be date, right? If I save, and as you can see, we have the date here. And this is a just default style for HTML. I think this is really cool, really nice. And also inside in here, I just want to say button, and this button is going to be, let's say, calculate each, just like that. And now we need to change this div into form because we need to submit that, right? And there's a couple things we need to add in here. The first thing is the state. We are going to put the, let's say, birth date here, and also the function set birth date. So that equals to use state. By default, it should be empty string, and we need to put this value into birth date. So we can say birth date, just like that. Great. So now we need to add the onChange event in here, because when we change this, we need to store the value into the birth date state here. So here we are gonna say handle change date, right? Let's create the function. I want to do up here. Let's say const handle change date set equals to, we grab the event, and then in here I'm gonna say set birth date into e.target.value, just like that. So now we can say console log birth date, and we should be able to see the value into the console. Let's see here, and I'm going to refresh. Let's see, by default it's going to be empty string. When I change that to 9 here, as you can see, 2023-0509. So the next thing is, let's handle the form submit here. I'm going to add the button to type submit. And also here, I'm going to say const handle submit set equals to, we grab the event. Let's do that here. It should be like so. And inside the form here, I'm going to say on submit set equals to handle submit, like that. And in here, I'm going to say e.prevent default, because I don't want to the browser reload every time I submit the form. All right, so let's try the console log. I'm going to say button submit, just like that. Let's save, and I'm going to refresh. Let's do a random date here. I'm going to click calculate age, and as you can see, button submit working. Great. So now let's go back to the app here, and I'm going to create a function called, I'm going to say calculate age, right? And here I just want to say console log. Let's do calculate age. And I'm going to paste this calculate age function into the age calculator form, just like that. And we need to grab that here inside the form. Let's grab like so. And of course, we need to run that right here. So we can say calculate age, and we need to put the birth date value right here. All right, so now if I click submit, it should be console log the calculate age right here. So let's try. I'm going to click 3 here, calculate age. As you can see, the value working. And also, if I not select anything here, I need to the button, it's disabled. So let's go back here, and I'm gonna say the button should be disabled when I don't have any value in the birth date state. As you can see, by default, it should be disabled. Great. And as you can see here, we have some warning. Calculate age is missing in props validation. let's fix that. So basically we can use prop types. We can say import prop types from prop types, just like that. And down here, we need to say, we grab the component name, which is age calculator from dot prop types, like that. And we are going to say set that equals to object. And we can say calculate age, which is the props name. And then here we can say props types with capital P here. Okay, just this is really important. And also this is going to be function, and this is should be require, just like that. Now the error is should be gone. Great, it's look working. Let's go to the app. And now what we need to do is let's create a state up here. I'm going to create state called age. So I'm going to say cons, give a name age and set age. Set equals to use state. By default, it should be null. And now I want to showing the age result here depend on the state. So I can cut that and put the age. And here I'm going to say an age result. By default, it should be not showing up here, right? Because it's null. Great. This calculate age function is basically take a value, as you can see, into the age calculator form. As you can see, the birth date here. We paste the value into this function. So now, of course, we can grab that like so. All right. So in here, I'm going to say cons. I create function. I create variable called today. And the today is should be new date, like so. Great. And also I'm going to say cons birth date object, set that equals to new, let's say new date. And I'm going to put the birth date come from the form inside in here, just like that. If I console log the day and also the birth date object, you will see the value down here into the console. So let's try. I'm going to select and calculate age. And as you can see here, the date it should be, which is now Sunday, May 28th, 2023, which is the day. And as you can see, the birth date that we click here is basically Wednesday, May 10, 2023. Great. We have the same new date format as you can see here. Maybe you have different time here, but it's okay, right? So let's go back here. And what we need to do is we are going to install a package called date-fns, because we are going to get the different value. So let me see here. I'm going to create a variable called age years. Set that equals to, I'm going to looking for, let's go to installation first. And we need to install the npm install date-fns right here. So let's copy that. I hope you can see this one. And we are going to open the terminal and let's paste that in here. Great, it's done. So let's say npm run dev again. And I'm going to looking for the different in years. Okay, we are going to use this function here. So we need to import that. So I can just copy this and go back here, paste that in here, because as you can see, we have the same name here. I think we can put like so inside the object, and we are going to just remove the slash right here. We can put the different years in here, and we need to put the today and also the birth date object. So now if I console.log the age years, so let's say age years. So let's see here, I'm going to refresh and I'm going to select the same year, which is 2023. We should be able to see 0, of course. Okay, we're on the same years. If I go through the 2022, of course, it should be 1 years. Okay, So let's go back here. And the next thing is I'm now looking for month. As you can see, the way we use this function is really similar like difference in years. We need to just paste the date left and date right here. Great. So I think we need to just copy the function name, and here I just want to create another age months. Let's do that. And of course, we need to use the different in months, just like that. And also I'm going to looking for different in days. And of course, the way we do that, it should be similar as you can see here. So we can just copy the name of the function and create that again down here. And we need to put that right here. Great. So now this should be age days. Just like that. And down here, we need to say set age into, I'm going to send an object. So I'm going to say years. It should be at years, and month, it should be at month, and also days, it should be days. This should be 8 days, just like that. So now we can put all this value here into the age result. So we can say age set equals to age. Let's go back to age result, and we need to grab the age props here, just like that. So now we can remove the div here, and I just want to return heading 4. And in here, I'm going to say you are, I'm going to put the age dot years. And also here, I'm going to say, let's just say years, comma, and I'm going to put the month, which is age dot months. Let's do month here. And also we grab the and days. Let's say age dot days, and let's put the days, days old. Just like that, really very simple. And as you can see, if I hover here, we have the missing props validation. And of course, we need to fix that. Let's go back here. We need to copy the prop types come from the form. Let's paste that up here. And also we need to copy the down here. We need to paste that here. And of course, the component name it should be age result. And in here we can say age. The age it should be have prop types, and it should be shape, because this is a object. Inside the object we have couple value. So inside in here we can say years. The years it should be number. So we can say props types dot number dot is require, just like that. Let's copy and paste this couple times. This is should be months, and the last thing is should be days, just like that. And the error is should be gone. Great. So now hopefully guys, our app is working. So let's select maybe I born in 2000, let's say 2001 maybe, and February 14. And I'm going to click calculate age, and as you can see, you are 22 years, 267 months, and etc. This is a work perfectly fine. So if I change that to 95 May 11, I also get 28 years. All right, so now we are going to styling this app. You don't have to follow along because styling is up to you. You don't have to use Tailwind, and you can use any UI you want. But for now, I just want to use Tailwind. So let's go to Tailwind and click Framework Guides, click Fit, and click this Install Tailwind CSS right here. And I'm going to open the terminal and close the terminal here. And I'm going to say npm install Tailwind CSS, etc. Great. So I'm going to copy this Tailwind config. And now I'm going to close everything here, and now we should be able to see Tailwind config, and I'm going to put all the content right here. And also let's go to index CSS. I'm going to put the CSS right here, just like that. And now it should be work. I can say npm run dev. Let's go to the app JSX, and I'm going to styling this a little bit. I'm going to say class name text to XL maybe. Let's save. Let's take a look. As you can see, it's changing. All right, the font is changed and also everything here. Great. So now we are going to use Flowbit. I don't know how to pronounce this library, but now I want to, let's go through the, maybe this Jumbotron here. I'm going to click that and let's see what we have. So let's scroll down. Yeah, I think we are going to use this one. I'm going to copy all of that and let's paste that right here. Just like that. So now I'm going to change all the class here into class name. So I can say class name like so. And also what else we need to do is this title here. I'm going to put that into the right here to the H1. And also let's scroll down again. I think I'm gonna remove this div here, but I'm gonna remove that and I'm gonna put this edge calculator form inside in here, and I'm gonna remove this div. Great. So let's save and see what we have now. As you can see, we have edge calculator here. I'm gonna refresh. Okay, great. And for the text here, let's do just random something. For now, just say like that. It's okay. Let's zoom out a little bit. Great. And now let's go to input field and let's go to, where's the input? Let's scroll down and this one here, input field. Click that. And I'm going to use the input styling. Oh, I just want to copy the class, I think. Let's just copy all of this like so. Just copy that and go to the edge calculator form. Go to this input here and put that right here, just like that. And of course, I'm going to change this to class name like that. And let's see what we have. As you can see, nice. And also this button here, I'm going to open the button. All right, this one, let's click the buttons and we are going to use, let's see what we need to use, the default one here. So let's copy the default class name here. I'm going to copy this class right here. Just copy that, go to the button and paste that in here, just like that. And this should be class name. As you can see, it should be have beautiful styling. And for the input here, let's change the width. I'm going to remove the width full here. And also the padding. Yeah, the padding is fine, I think. The next thing is, I think we need to wrap these two components inside the flags. So let's go back to the Jumbotron. So let's go back here. And as you can see, this two button here is wrapping inside the flags. This down here. So we can just copy all this class. Let's copy that. And here I'm going to say class name set equals to flags, row, etc. So as you can see, it's nice. Great. It's really, really cool. If I click this, as you can see, it is pop up. The last thing we need to do is styling this result a little bit. Let's go to Tailwind again, and I'm gonna go to heading, I think this one here instead of typography, and I'm gonna use maybe heading 4. Let's scroll down and let's see, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, this one here, heading 4. I'm gonna copy that, and yeah, I think we need to just copy the class here. Just copy that, go back to the app result, add result, and we need to put the class right here, and we need to change that to class name. So now let's refresh. And of course, we need to add some margin top, I think here. So we can say margin top to 10. Here we go. Nice. And for the text here, let's go back here into the app and we can change this to track your live, let's say live progress, like so. And I'm going to say age in years and months and days, just like that. And as you can see, we have some warning here. So we can use this one here. So we can just copy this symbol here and we are going to put that right here. Great. So as you can see, track your life progress, etc. Great. But as you can see, when I refresh here, the button is not disabled. Something wrong. Let's go back to here and we can add a disable here. Let's say if disable, I'm going to change the background. Let's say background into, I think this slate here, slate 400. As you can see, nice. And also if the disable, I also want to change the cursor into not allowed. Like this one, as you can see, nice. But when I click, when the input field have a value, it should be, yeah, it's already cursor pointer. Nice. I think the last thing I'm going to add here is underline. So let's do underline. Great. So we done, guys. So I'm going to change that to my birthday, which is 1995, May 2000, 11 May 1995. I'm going to click calculate age. This is my age right now. So next, let's change the title of this application. So let's go to this blog post. I think this is really nice. As you can see, we can use emoji as a favicon easily with this one-liner code here. So I'm going to copy all of this, copy that and go to index.html and I'm going to put it right here. Just like that. I'm going to change the title to birth age and also the icon here. I'm going to change that to baby icon. This one. So let's save and I'm going to say npm run dev again. Let's see what we have. So I'm going to refresh. As you can see up here, we have the baby icon. Really nice. And yep, we're done. And thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in the next one.